Did you know that 88% of women-owned businesses generate less than $100K yearly? Oh, hello. That's me. If that's you too, listen up because Ellen Yin is here for us. Ellen is a first-generation Asian American entrepreneur who bootstrapped a $300 client project into $1.5 million in revenue. And she is on a mission to change gender income discrepancies by making mentorship accessible to the masses through her show, Cubicle to CEO. I just listened to an episode on podcast growth tips, and it gave me a really important light bulb moment, kind of perspective shift around reaching and supporting more people. It's a weekly show, and in each episode, Ellen brings you case study interviews with leading entrepreneurs and CEOs so that you can borrow a specific new revenue growth strategy from each guest that's already been successfully implemented in their own business. I am just gaga, not only for the personal stories, but the transparency. Ellen even shares her quarterly income reports, sharing exactly what her media company makes, what they spend, and how much they profit every 90 days. Want to use the best income growth strategies from top entrepreneurs and CEOs, including Ellen herself? You can binge listen to past income reports on Cubicle to CEO today, plus receive free access to your first 10K month masterclass and a bonus workbook by going to our special link at zen.ai/girlbonerceo. That's zen.ai/girlbonerceo. What would it take to arouse your life, to experience more connection, more pleasure, more realness in and outside of the bedroom? I'm August McLaughlin, and this is Girl Boner Radio. What do you think a skingasm is? Don't Google it. I want to know what immediately jumps to your mind. I asked my email list this question recently, and here are a few of their responses. They're real words, not their real voices.
Orgasming from touching of the skin without touching the genitals? The sensation of all those beautiful nerves releasing such sensations similar to an orgasm. I think a sneeze is a skingasm? A skin ripple, more like butterflies at play. It gets to the heart and soul of the matter.
Like butterflies at play. That is so sweet. And those guesses were all great, but not quite spot on. So here is the correct answer. A skingasm is a rush of chills or goosebumps on your skin, often on your arms or up your spine. You might experience one while you're listening to music during like a dramatic swell or change in the song. Apparently, that is the most common way that the skin is aroused in such a way. But a skingasm might also happen when you're taking in a compelling painting or an emotional scene in a movie. I experience skingasms so often. Like, I'm kind of surprised my skin isn't just permanently shaped that way. And pretty much always, talking is involved. I noticed this many times while watching the final season of This Is Us recently, for example. My gosh, please pass the tissues. But most often, my skin goes swing during interviews and conversations, whether I'm hearing others talk or running an interview. And while sex isn't mentioned in any article or study that I've read about skingasms, I definitely think there's a sexual component. As I've mentioned before, I believe our sexuality goes far beyond actual sex. When we're turned on in our lives, our sexuality plays a big part in that, and it benefits too. And arousal isn't limited to genitals. Our mind plays the biggest role in turn on and pleasure, after all, whether we want to get busy or not. And size-wise, the skin, it's not only our largest organ, but it's our largest sexual organ. So today I'm going to share a few tips for tantalizing it, whether we want skingasms or to pave the way to big O's of other kinds. I should point out, by the way, that skingasm isn't the most technical term for those turned-on chills. So shocking, I know. Skin orgasms are also known as frisson, the French word for aesthetic chills or a shudder. Here are 5 ways to tantalize a lover's skin during sex. As a side note, you can absolutely work these steps into solo sex or self-pleasure too, or share this episode with a partner as a wish list. In other words, the lover you tantalize can be you. Number 1, graze your fingers over their stomach. Journalist Mina Adozi wrote an article for Cosmo, inspired by several books, that explores ways to thrill every inch of your lover. In it, she suggests stroking your partner's abdomen with your fingers. It'll be more shiver-producing, she noted, if you stroke upward, toward the chest or nipples. After that, start tracing your tongue along the base of your partner's hips, angling down toward the pelvis. Nerve endings there lead to the clitoris and the penis. In other words, get ready for what Adozi calls some sensual aftershocks. Number 2, try temperature play. Temperature play is what it sounds like, playing with different temperatures, warm or hot, cool or cold, or alternating between those in sensual ways. Some people find that the feel of an ice cube on their skin feels really sexy and enticing. Others prefer something warm. For that, you could try dunking a sex toy or your fingers into warm water or play in a sudsy bath. I also love glass dildos for this. The glass takes on the temperature of whatever you dip it in, including your body. It heats up as you do. Number 3, give a sensual massage. You could stick to back rubs or let your hands wander, if you know what I mean. You could also work in a massage candle and make sure it's designed for this. The Pleasure Chest has some great options. My personal favorite is their own melting body candle collection. They're made of body-safe soy, coconut, and olive oils, and they smell so good. The lavender one might be perfect if you've been feeling tense or stressed. And the French vanilla one is kind of like skin dessert. You literally light the candle, then use the melted wax as massage oil. As a bonus, candlelight is wildly flattering, making it a great choice if you or a partner is feeling a little self-conscious maybe about your body, or if you just want some romantic ambiance. Number 4, listen to skingasmic music. If you want to make this spicier, listen to the music naked, side by side on a bed, or slow dancing, wrapped up in each other's arms while you listen. If you'd like, you could work in a feather, lightly tracing it over your partner's skin. A BBC article by David Robson explored skingasms and listed these 3 songs as potentially good picks for inducing those chills. Adele's Someone Like You, Wonderwall by Oasis, and Rachmaninoff's Piano Concerto No. 2. Number 5, lube things up. Hopefully you use a good quality lubricant regularly regardless during sex. When you want to focus on skin bliss, though, there is little better means. A few of my favorite brands are Uberlube, Sliquid, and Wicked Sensual Care. Apply lube to your fingers and play away, or lightly coat a toy before playing with it. You can also use lube to slide a condom on with more ease and pleasure, and of course, for more delightful penetration. Sexologist Jess O'Reilly shared this skin-loving tip with Women's Health. She said, use lube to trace figure eights over their thighs, or massage their inner legs before going down on them. I love that tip because the thighs don't get a lot of attention when we talk about sex tips. And many people find massage of any kind really relaxing. And relaxation is the foundation for arousal. For a fun and easy way to bring these ideas up to a partner, plus more skin enticing ideas, join my community at patreon.com/girlboner. I put together a fun yes, no, maybe list just for you all. So what do you think? Any skingasms in your midst yet? Have you noticed a link between what turns you and your skin on and leading a fulfilling life? If so, I would love to hear from you. Drop me a note, post a comment on Patreon, or submit a story or question of your own to be considered for an upcoming episode through my website at augustmclaughlin.com. Huge thanks to voice artist Rosa Delgado for bringing listeners' responses to life for this episode, and to the Pleasure Chest for their ongoing support. Don't forget to shop your heart and your boner out at thepleasurechest.com. And if you are enjoying Girl Boner Radio, I would so appreciate it if you would post a rating and review on Apple Podcasts or the iTunes Store. And please do tell your friends about it. Thank you so much for listening.